I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
What? Who am I talking about there?
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
So Jagger definitely had me write that because she wanted to have more control. Switch to heavy duty flashlight? Oh, it's a better flashlight. That's cool. There's like a gate over there, but there is a collectible. Let me grab the thermos. Item limit reached. Oh, here we go. I don't. Oh, okay. There you go. Give me that flashlight. Or the batteries. Let me out of the door. In light, you can hurt them.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
What actually just hurt me there? Bulldozer. Hey, Sonic. This is terrifying. Oh my god. Yeah, I can see you messaging. Well, that's the first message I've seen from you. So. Oh, I saw. Hi. Yeah, hi everyone. Hi everyone. Hi, Sonic. Sorry. Very, very intense segment. Oh, okay. Me no like bulldozers. Bulldozers can go bulldoze elsewhere. Item limit reach, but I can't. Can I can't grab the batteries. I do have 20 batteries. I think that's the item limit for the batteries as well. Okay. How are you doing today, Sonic? What is up in your world? That looks like the right way to go. So what is over here? If I can I vault over this actually, or is this just? No, I can't vault over. That was just for the bulldozer to come down. Okay. Oh.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now. Today,
Oh,
I
it's
would meet the
daytime.
kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Daytime, so peaceful. Ah. Nothing bad could possibly happen during the day, right? How gorgeous that is. So what happens if I walk back this way? Oh, it looks like there's a broken bridge, but let me just make sure there's no notes or anything like that. I'm doing great. My the right side of my maw is a little sore because I had work done on my fangs yesterday. Went to the dentist. But
Even
other than
during
that, I'm doing great.
daytime, I was being stalked. The bridge must have collapsed only moments after I'd crossed it.
Only moments after you crossed it. Very interesting. Is that like a hint that the darkness is actually starting to take over stuff during the daytime as well, very slowly? Are we gonna see a note where Jagger makes us right about being able to control stuff during the daytime, or like how light's not an issue anymore? Coal mine museum. I do like myself a good museum. You should go to a museum of natural science all the time. They had like this little like exhibit toy interactive thing where you could like use like play like golf balls and like have them go through like different like courses and stuff like that. That was always so much fun. I had a blast going to that. That was like the highlight of going to the Museum of Natural Science. Curious to see what a coal mine museum has. A bunch of like, this is the first coal that was ever plucked. Why didn't I just take the truck the rest of the way? Why didn't I take the truck the rest of the way? Was they're very interesting. Yeah, that I know what you're talking about. That is very that like there's that is it is a challenge, but it's also very very good to like get those skills down. Having those skills will provide many opportunities for you. So don't give up. You got this. So okay, that why is that log just randomly rolling? That's not creepy at all. Well, this bridge has definitely seen better days. I guess we got to go below and go up through those stairs. I do like the game kind of giving us a breather right here after like the intense, like all that intense segment we just went through. 'Cause, like we really didn't have a breather. We were being chased by the cops, right, one right after another, and then like boom, right into just inanimate objects being thrown at us, into a bulldozer chasing us, and now it's daytime. Now it's calm. Now it's peaceful. Now we can actually appreciate the beauty of the nature around us and just kind of chill for a second, go on a nice little walk. Maybe that's why they had us stop all the way back there. Just has a nice breather to be able to kind of gather our thoughts finally and actually just be able to relax and have a good time. Just relax. Peaceful. Ah. So we have stairs here, but we also have like the path keeps going this way. Is that and the shapes are interesting to say? What shapes are you talking? I think this is actually the way we're supposed to be going. Is it not? Hold on. Now I'm getting gameritis where I'm worried I'm going down the correct path instead of exploring the paths I'm not supposed to explore or the optional paths. Um, maybe it was just an alternate way to go up there. It looks like we're maybe going to the same spot. Yeah, I think that was just I think we went the long path to get up here, whereas the stairs were like a short path. Checkpoint is reached. Nice. Yeah, it was. There's the stairs. Okay.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. And I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed,
Oh.
son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
Okay, it's good to know we still have Pat on our side somehow after we almost got him killed. By, as he puts, the big shot G-man. Okay. Well, hey, this bridge isn't knocked down. How gorgeous it is. The sun rays is bathing through the mountains. God, I would love to live in a place like this. Oh my gosh. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I appreciate the admiration of my claws and horns. Was gonna say I'll show you my fangs too, but then I just started like actually like just trying to stretch out and trying to unsore my jaw now. Ah, ah. It's getting better. The soreness is not as bad as it was when I first woke up. I still feel like I can't open my mouth all the way though, or at least not all the way as far as I used to be able to. Yeah, if you are curious, the guy who did my model, his name is Lord Dragon. Why was the music? But yeah, Lord Dragon. He's on Twitter. He's also on Twitch. He streams sometimes. Still not as often anymore. Oh, I got another car. Oh, could I have gotten back in the car and driven the whole way? Actually? Oh, and I'm just over here just walking. Well, let's go check out the Firewatch station.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or heck, childish even? There's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Wow. I definitely feel like I don't think like per se like there's like quote unquote as they said that special someone. Like, I don't think there's like just the one person that's just made for you. What I believe is like in like a relationship is being able to get into it and then being able to have the mutual understanding to talk about things and work things out and actually and like because everyone's different. Literally no one is the same, and so being able to have the ability to talk to quote unquote that special someone and being able to work through all the disagreements, all the issues that are going to pop up. That's what makes a good relationship. That's what makes a relationship special. And now let's get into my car that I think I probably had this entire time. And this looks like the coal mine indeed. Do I keep going down or do I go in the building? The camera automatically goes back and forth. Let's down a little bit further and see what's down here. Morning, Arwal. Bright Falls Coal Mine. Visitor parking. Well, let me actually...
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Oh, so it's used to be a coal mine, but it's got turned into a museum. Gotcha. Let me check to see what this door was up here. God, it's creaking. Oh, so it was a page in here. Got it. Mott on the ferry.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
So is Mott the kidnapper? Don't drift on a gravel road. Drive much? Nah, I fly everywhere. Let me go make sure I actually got this note. No, I fly everywhere I go. Are you... Why am I struggling right? Apparently this note's just deadly. Every time I grab this note, I end up dying right immediately afterward. I was speculating that Mont might be the kidnapper. I might be onto something. The get. Okay, third time's the charm? Okay, third time's the charm. Now let's not drift around the gravel corner. Oh, interesting. Is the fence still gone? I think the fence was still gone from when I broke into it. Oh, that's funny.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
I see a thermos over here. I saw you hiding in this corner. While there were some earlier residents in the area, the true genesis of the town of Bright Falls came when the founding of Bright Falls Mining Company and the opening of Bright Falls Coal Mine in 1878. Although the work was hard and dangerous, many immigrants, Germans, Poles, Italians, Finns, and Swedes, among others, worked the mines. While lucrative at first, the mining steadily declined in the 20th century, the seams were rich but hard to get at, and the volcanic activity in the area made the mine shafts particularly dangerous. Museum entrance is this way. Oh, what's over here? There's just various different equipment they would take into the mines, I guess. In 1970, a volcanic eruption blew Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now, many of the remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. What if... Oh, here's a note right here. What if Barbara Jagger and what was the other writer's name that was the initial one? I want to say Luke, but I don't think that's right. What if they were the cause of the original explosion? What if we're like leading up to some kind of explosion ourselves?
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
I really feel like Nightingale might actually be part of the Bureau of Control. It's still federal, so he can still call himself a Fed.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Never showed up, huh? Oh?
Wake,
Where the hell are you?
change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around
You
by you.
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello! Ah! I'm gonna kill him!
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
Oh.
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Can I... Okay, how do I... get out of here? Like this? I am full on batteries. I am full on revolver ammo. And here we go. No. That train better...
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger,
Zane,
it
not-
happened fast.
Yeah.
She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
What if this is a love story disguised as a horror story? Disguised as a supernatural story. I mean, there is supernatural elements. What if, like, something happened? What if Barbara Jagger was supernatural all along and she was trying to, like, help Thomas Zane, like, get his book to life, and somehow that caused the explosion, and now she's trying to get Zane back? What if she's, like, what if she is? Because, like, there, all of a sudden we're getting, like, all these, like, well, actually, not even just all of a sudden. This entire time we've been getting hints about love and relationships like that. We just had the conversation with Pat about his opinions with the doctor, and then, like, early on we like Lovers Peak. There was the place where the mansion that was, like, the two lovers, like, explored or something. Oh, that's a lot of ammo. Another revolver? I thought you're not dodging. I. I was pressing dodge, but it wasn't dodging. Whatever, it works. I didn't even see that. There we go. There's the dodge. Get on the train track. Okay, we get on the train. Oh, we got flashbangs now. Nice. That's a cool image with like the rundown industrial old like industrial revolution mine building followed by like the snow-capped peaks in the background. That's really cool image. What? Are you good? Are you trapped? Let's just do that. Oh, it didn't actually. They're here. I got an achievement called "They're Here," and it said an inanimate object shouldn't move on their own. That is very true. An inanimate should not move on their own.
What the hell?
With electrical line freaking out. Whatever that is, we are getting closer and closer to it every time it happens. Wait, I just thought of something. So like that reminded me of the
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Lovely. The in the prologue where we were trying to get to the lighthouse, there was that light, and I remember like in a flashback we had a second ago, like earlier this session, I think we heard the light talking, something about like I can't control her or my lover or something like that. What if the light is Zane? And so like Zane's the light and then Barbara's the dark. Oh, this is gonna be good. That was fun. We almost did it again. That was fun. They knew what they were doing with that section. And a flare gun. Get in the car, get in the car, get in the car, get in the car. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh. Whoa. Behind us. Are we clear? Okay, between the flare gun and the flashbang, we got everyone. God, this is so claustrophobic in here now. There we go. There's some supplies over here. We're full on revolver ammo, actually. I can already see it. We're 42. The meaning of life. Trust no one in the dark. I hear someone walking above me. Follow? Well, let me grab the very ominously illuminated coffee thermos sitting in a red plushie chair. Wake touched by the
Some
dark
of the Taken
presence.
retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the dark presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
It needed his mind. Okay, so that touches on the question I was asking about why does it need Alan? But like, at the end of the day, why does it need my mind? Like, what does my mind do that it cannot? I would say the mind of a writer, but at the same time, the game has already told us that it is completely changing, or it is essentially completely rewriting what we are writing anyway. So it knows the story it wants to write. So why does it need Alan's mind?
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Again, the game saying, "Hey, here's another gameplay element that you're going to enjoy that doesn't actually make any sense in context." I love how meta that's being with like, yeah, we're writing a book, we're writing a novel, and but like, so like here's some element that doesn't actually make sense in context that makes, yeah, I love that. Oh, there's another one there. Hi. God. That got way too hairy there.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. "Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent."
Raymond Chandler? That's not me. Wait, is Nightingale chasing the wrong person? I think Nightingale might be chasing the wrong person. I'm breathing again. Ooh, uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's ominous. So who's Raymond Chandler? That name doesn't sound familiar. What if that's the kidnapper that we're chasing? Trust no one in the dark. More flashbangs. I'll take it. I'm not getting cornered in here. We got one extra flashbang out of that. That's fine.